The cashless society is now approaching.
What is a cashless society? What does it actually mean in a literal or high-level sense?
Money will become like these, relics of a different age, and will only be found in places like this. In other words, hard cash will disappear. It will become electronic, transferred by things like these.
Then Tracy is in Beijing to show us what a nearly cashless society actually looks like. Ben, good morning.
Mobile payment transactions in China reached a cumulative total of 277.4 trillion RMB in 2018, ranking #1 in the world, according to the recently released statistical report on internet development in China. As of June 2019, online payment users in the country reached 633 million. The cashless society is now approaching.
When's the last time you paid with cash? Well, chances are cash has taken a backseat to the plastic in your wallet and smartphone pay apps.
Denver 7's Ryan Luby explains the digital pay revolution and why not everyone is on board.
The cashless society, the cashless society.
The cashless society.
The cashless society is now approaching.
The cashless society.
Alright, Cashless Society here again today with another video on the inevitable world of digital assets. And so first and foremost, not making this video to bash you Chico Crypto, not at all. I've been watching your videos for almost 3 years up to this point. I've watched them since the Neo days, the breaking down the blockchain days, you know, before you had even 10,000 subs. So I do respect your content. You know, I see the good work that you do and a lot of the research. I just feel like, everything that you ever say about Ripple and XRP is totally misleading. And, you need to try to be a little more factual when you're talking to your subscribers. Because you have a pretty big following at this point, about 130,000 subscribers. And, that's a lot of people to be misleading with your opinion. Just give them the facts, give them all of the facts too, not just the facts that you like. So I noticed you made this video the other day talking about Ripple and this, remittance transfers changes to the Electronic Fund Transfer Act. The article goes on to basically say how they're making some changes to the rules specifically because of changes with fintech and, Ripple XRP specifically mentioned in the rule changes as well. So you're right. This is about Ripple. This is about XRP. But what does this say? This shows that XRP is compliant. They're working with regulators. They're working with the authorities in the room. They sit down with high people, and it's showing with rule changes being made. The same cannot be said for Bitcoin or Ethereum or anything. They're kind of just free for all code, do whatever the hell you want, and we'll see where it goes. And that's just not going to fly when it comes to building out a new global monetary system. That's what baffles me, is that people just can't wrap their head around that this is going to have to be regulated. It's going to have to all be on that level playing field as talked about. It's not going to be some free-for-all monetary system. It's not going to work that way. But anyway, let's take a look at your video and what you had to say about Ripple, XRP, and this remittance transfers rule change.
All right, guys, so I got to get into this. So the Mexican remittance market. So have you seen what Ripple's doing? I mean, they are moving to help Mexico move money from the U.S. back to Mexico. That's one of their goals. They partnered with Bitso. Oh, God damn you. Where'd it go? I know I had another one. Out of place. So they partnered with another massive Intermex. Yeah, Intermex is the one. I must have closed it out. And that's a big one. But Bitso, Intermex, you have some things connected to them. But this is why I could see Ripple moving. I mean, if you figure out what's happening, you got to look.
You said moving. Just say it. It's going to blow up, right? It's going to blow up in price, and you know it. But anyway, jumping back into this.
In my previous videos to understand this fully, I'm not going to try to explain it to you guys because it's hard. And the remittance rule. So basically, remittance rule is basically if you do a certain number of remittances per year, you don't have to, provide that much KYC, AML information. Makes it easier, for people to provide remittance services. Well, that just got expanded from 100 to 500, and I looked into this, and they're trying to get it changed for a while, and it just got passed. The final rule is effective July 21st, 2020. So 3 days, you guys. And if you look into who was trying to get it passed, the Bureau of Consumer Financial Protection, you just go into XRP, there it is. And the continued growth and expanding partnerships with virtual currency companies such as Ripple, which offer both a payments messaging platform to support cross-border money transfers, as well as proprietary virtual currency, XRP, which can be used to affect settlements of those transfers. These developments suggest that in the future there may be means by which banks and credit unions could reduce their remaining reliance on estimates. Basically I've shown too that banks, they don't want to even get into the remittance partners because they've been pulling out. Only shady banks are staying in it because there's some connections to dirty stuff. Remittances and the impact on crime in Mexico. It's one of the ways drug cartels are funded. Of course, the bad stuff gets sent up border, and then the money gets sent back down. It used to be a crossing in cash, but that cash is literally dried up, you guys. They're not even seizing that much anymore because it's going through Bitcoin, crypto, and remittances. Through the clear, right through the clear. This is a big paper, Inter-American Development Bank. It's not baloney, it's the truth. So, this is why we gotta be scared, you guys. So, this was just posted on Reddit, and this is a cartel showing off their equipment. It's scary. So yeah, that's pretty gnarly, I'll tell you that right now.
Alright, so just trying to summarize, I guess, what is the logic here? The idea here is that you're saying that XRP and Ripple are trying to launder money for the Mexican drug cartel, and that's it, and that's why we should be scared about changes to those rules. So they made changes to the rule so that Ripple can move money for the Mexican drug cartel. That's the argument. Okay. And then going on down here, we see you say Ripple's about to explode. The remittance rule just got changed, and it's all about XRP. Pretty true. But you indicate that it's everything that crypto goes against and a direct attack against Bitcoin and decentralization, where you literally just said in this video that Bitcoin is being used to move money for the Mexican cartel. You said Bitcoin and crypto are doing it. So not sure what you meant there. And then you indicate that Bitcoin is decentralized. So we've talked about this over and over and over. Everyone knows. Look at the hash rate distribution. Right? These are all the pools, and let's examine the pools to see where they actually are. Pool in 17.7%, China. F2 pool 17%, China. BTC.com 14.2%, China. Ant pool 9.8%, China. You guys get it. Basically 81% of all these pools, hash rate concentration in China. That's not decentralized. I'm sorry. It's not decentralized. So, okay, and then you say, are we in it to just make gains? Or are we about the future of money? So what are you saying the future of money is? Are you saying it's Bitcoin, which is 81% centralized in China, that we need to pick a side? So which side should we pick? Should we pick the side the company that's getting rules literally changed for them? Or should we pick the side that is 81% centralized in China, with the obvious narrative being built here that, now they got this video with the Chinese ambassador talking about why are people blindfolded and being herded off into trains. So let's take a look at that too to see what else is going on in China.
Let's look at some very disturbing drone footage that's been widely shared around the world. This is almost certainly over northern China, over Xinjiang. Can you tell us what is happening here?
I cannot see, this video. This is not the first time you show me. I still remember last year you showed me what is happening in Xinjiang.
Exactly.
But let me tell you this. Xinjiang, have you been to Xinjiang yourself?
No, I never have.
Xinjiang is regarded as the most beautiful place in Xinjiang. There's a Chinese saying, you do not know how big China is.
Ambassador, that is not beautiful coverage, however, is it?
Xinjiang, that is exactly what I'm going to tell you. Since 1990, Xinjiang has completely changed because there's thousands of terrorist attacks. People cannot...
That was 10 years ago. Can I ask you why people are kneeling, blindfolded and shaven and being led to trains in modern China? What is going on there?
I do not know where you get this videotape. Sometimes you have a transfer of prisons and prisoners, in any country.
But just what is happening here, Ambassador?
I do not know where did you get these video clips.
These have been going around the world. They've been authenticated by Western intelligence agencies and by Australian experts who say these are Uyghur people being pushed onto trains and taken off.
Let me tell you this. The so-called Western intelligence keeping up make this a false accusation against China. They said 1 million Uyghur has been persecuted. How big, how many population Xinjiang has? It's just about 40 years ago, it's a 4-5 million. Now it's 11 million people. And people say, we impose, we have a ethnic...
All right, that's enough of that. The point being, I'm neither here nor there on if this actually happened or not. They say multiple Western sources have confirmed that this is indeed accurate video footage that just happened. Here nor there, happened or didn't happen. What is factually happening is there is a narrative being built towards divide with Western and European nations versus China. They're presenting this in the news, trying to show, people on the Western side that, bad things are happening in China, basically. People are being herded away like cattle and blindfolded. So why are they building this narrative against China? Who knows what's about to happen? But I highly doubt that any Western countries, European countries, want to have the new world money essentially be 81% centralized in China. Now, I'm sure a lot of people are also thinking, oh, it's not up to 81. I've seen some cases be argued that it's as low as 50% with the hash rate centralization in China. Even then, that's still way too much control to be giving up. So, back to the topic. What is the future of money? In your mind, is it going to be fast, efficient, with low electricity consumption, or would it be expensive, slow, high electricity, and centralized in China? Which side do you think people are going to lean towards? I'm guessing more the XRP side that is getting rules changed for them, not the other way around. So, let's take a look at what some of your comments were on the video. This guy, Chet R, commented and had some pretty informative things to tell you about XRP. Basically they've been working with the IMF for 5 years, showing them how to track payments, showing them how much payments will cost and how much will get there. So this point right here, letting people know how much their payments will cost and how much will get there, that is literally in the this new remittance rule change. as you can see right here, it says the Bureau is amending Regulation E and the official interpretations of Regulation E to provide tailored exceptions to address compliance challenges that insured institutions may face in certain circumstances upon the expiration of a statutory exception that allows insured institutions to disclose estimates instead of exact amounts to consumers. So that's the main point. Estimates instead of exact amounts to consumers. So, he knows what he's talking about right there. Goes on to talk about the, consensus ledger taking 80%, basically attack to write on the ledger, which Bitcoin being 51%, we know that. And just in general, also he told you to go ahead and research ISO 20022 and how XRP and Ripple is connected, which you should definitely do that. And finally, he wants you to know that the rabbit hole goes much deeper, which is true. That's all that we're saying. XRP community is only concerned with facts. We always have been, and we keep presenting facts to people, not I don't know, whatever it is that you guys want to do over there on the Bitcoin side. All right. Another fact here. Legowski wanted you to know that, he's done well in 2017, but that he is indeed in it purely for profits, these gains, as you might have said, because he says, this bitch will go in whatever direction they want it to, regardless of how us little peeps feel about it. It could not be better said. And that's why when it comes to investing, putting large amounts of money and time into something, don't you want to pick the winner? I mean, let's be honest. Or, do you want to be biased and emotional about this thing? I mean, like I said, the facts are all in front of us. Ripple is literally in the room with the global leaders, and the same can't be said with the Bitcoin or Ethereum communities. I'm sorry, but, I'm pretty sure the writing is on the wall at this point. Also, Marty here kind of reiterating what I said about China. He said it doesn't seem any more evil as a socialist foreign country with a centralized mining pool of a decentralized asset. See, Bitcoin might be decentralized, but not the mining pools, right? And he says, now, do you like socialism or capitalism? As cliche as it sounds, XRP is probably the lesser of two evils. Yes. So, and then I really wanted to point out the comments, because you got people like this in your comments, all Bangla Pro. He says, I will buy a lot of BTC now with all this XRP I got from there. I mean, man, at this point, you have 130,000 subscribers. It's up to you to present your guys with all the facts and not just what you want or what you feel is good. It doesn't matter what we want, because this bitch will go in whatever direction they want it to, regardless of how us little peeps feel about it. Man, that was a good comment there, Legowski. But, alright, so I guess you're seeing the story here now. As I said, Ripple, XRP, they're in the room with all the world leaders. Let's take a look. So, I'm sure everyone's seen this picture up to this point. We got Brad Garlinghouse over here on the right, sitting down with the director of monetary markets of the IMF, the chairman of the Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority, and the chief executive of Hong Kong Monetary Authority as well. And right up front, we got Christine Lagarde. So everyone in the XRP community knows what she does, who she is, but just to reiterate, she's now serving as the president of the European Central Bank, and she used to be the chair and managing director of the International Monetary Fund. High up people. Why is Brad Garlinghouse in the room? Maybe they just invited him because he has a family member there. I doubt that. But yeah, I mean, your arguments seem pretty flawed and misleading. As I said, I really do like your material, but you gotta give your guys the facts about Ripple. Stop misleading them. And then, so your argument is to lean towards the Bitcoin side, but then you'll go and make a video about Bitcoin being propped up by the Tether money printing machine. So it's like, whose side you're on, or maybe you're just totally against the direction that crypto's going, which I understand, but at the end of the day, money controls everything, right? And so let's take a look about what you had to say about Tether imploding Bitcoin and what's going on there.
too heavily. And I wouldn't doubt if these chumps knew they were on their last leg that they would be doing the big kapowie the next few months leading up to November. If you're possibly going to jail for the rest of your life, why not pump and dump the markets into oblivion? We will know soon enough what is going to happen. A break of 10K this week or next will prove the point that this is going to be the pump they cash out and secure money to live possibly on the run for the rest of their lives. So what I would like to finish this episode off with is just a little spiel of what I see coming. Altcoins are going to be pumped and dumped and pumped and dumped. Whales who are still bag holding on the inside need to pump those odds. And like I said, I wouldn't doubt BTC touches or gets near its old all-time high of 20K this summer. And when all this happens, you should think about maybe exiting. Those involved will be. Cheers, viewers. I'll see you next time.
Okay, so now everyone should pick a side between Bitcoin and XRP. But if they chose the Bitcoin side, they should be prepared for a pump to 20K by the end of the year. And then they should definitely sell because the thing's going to collapse. I don't understand at this point what, you're confusing us. What do we do, Chico? I'm confused at this point. But I'll tell you what I think. I don't think that any of that's going to happen, at least in the short term. I think Bitcoin is going to continue pumping because of this group that you've mentioned plenty of times, the digital currency group. What do they control? They control investing in pretty much all of blockchain, and they have Grayscale as a subsidiary. What is Grayscale doing? Grayscale, this just came out a couple weeks ago. At this rate, Grayscale is expected to own close to 3.4% of all Bitcoin by January. So Grayscale is accumulating. Grayscale is one of those people that has a lot of money, right? They're a big fund, and what are they doing with their money? As I always say, I think whenever you're investing, you should read between the lines and also follow the money. These people will always know more than us. They will always have an unfair advantage because they are the insiders, and they're accumulating. So if you can't beat them, join them and do as they do. I don't think Bitcoin's going to crash anytime soon. I think the entire crypto market's about to keep blowing up. And, we'll see what happens. But, another thing to note there, Grayscale is also invested in XRP. They're invested in Stellar. What else are they invested in here? Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, Horizon, Litecoin, Stellar, XRP, and Zcash. So they got their hand in a lot of pots there, and I don't think anytime soon that they're just buying up all this Bitcoin because they expect it to dump to zero soon. But yeah, it's pretty confusing which side you're on there. A lot of your videos indicate that you think Bitcoin's propped up by Tether, but you also think that XRP is just only going to be used to launder money for the Mexican drug cartel. But at the same time, what do you think these people are sitting in this room talking about? Brad's over here. Hey guys, I got this issue with Mexico. I'm thinking that we can solve it with Ripple. We got to get more money in and out with that Mexican cartel down there. Yeah, they're all just smiling, laughing because of that. What can we do there? All right. That's about enough for me, I guess. As always, thanks for watching. Like I said again, not here to bash Chico. I just think you need to get the facts straight when it comes to Ripple and XRP, or just don't talk about it, because you're misleading your subscribers, and I think at this point you have too many to not present them with just opinions. You need to give them all the information. So yep, as always, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends and family, and stay tuned for the next one. Thank you.